Tonight on Year to Date, the executive versus the Senate.
Joe Vidulich and Senators Gok and Goodman debate the issues.
And KPU Director Fulton explains what it's like scheduling important guests.
I know what that's like. Year to Date starts now.
Year to Date has spent a lot of time over the past few weeks talking about smoking policy here at AU. With President Vidulich and the Senate butting heads left and right over the issue, it is definitely something we want to keep you aware of. This past Wednesday, the Senate held a joint committee with Students' Rights and Campus Life over Senator Troiano's smoking bill. Through heated debate, some issues were resolved, but many were not. Because of this, they tabled the bill until they could reconvene next Wednesday. It just begs the question at this point, is enforcement still the biggest problem in the debate? Or has it become personal between the Senate and President Vidulich? With more on this tonight, I'll be talking with Student Government President Joe Vidulich and Senators at Large Liz Gok and John Goodman. Thanks for joining us.
Thanks for letting us be here.
Sure. So, President Vidulich, how did the joint committee go?
I thought, well, it didn't start off too well.
Okay.
Some senators didn't want to have me speak during the committee, and I thought it set a bad tone. But after we got through that, we really did work a lot on the bill, and I think your editorial before the segment is correct. Is it enforcement? I do not want to see kids, students, my colleagues, be sent to jams or be fined for smoking. And I think that we're trying to work out a scenario, and Senator Gok has done a tremendous job on trying to find some middle ground here, where that if you're in the front of the doorway or if the smoke is actually going into the building, you can't be allowed to do that. But to say that you can't smoke 25 feet away, which would encompass the benches of Ward and SIS and COGOD, is just completely ridiculous. And that's something I wouldn't sign.
I mean, we continually talk about enforcement on this show. I mean, you were on last week to discuss it.
Yes.
What has your work done to kind of find the middle ground, as President Vidulich said?
Well, it's just the fact that as the Senate, we really need to consider, one, the rights of the students, and two, what's actually going to work. And President Kerwin is going to make a policy, and it's the job of the Senate to be proactive and make a policy of ourselves before, rather than just reacting to whatever his policy is. And we need to make a policy that he is willing to respect, and that, I believe, means some level of enforcement. And again, the jam, I don't think jams is the way to go. It was a starting base, and hopefully on Wednesday we'll have another option.
Were you, Senator Goodman, were you on the joint committee or no?
No, I was not.
Okay, being on the outside of the committee and just kind of hearing from it, what were your reactions? What are your frustrations?
Well, my frustration, I wouldn't necessarily say frustration. What I would say is that I'm in the group of senators that are sort of playing out the wait-and-see policy, and that I'm one of the undecided senators on this. I've been doing a lot of work on a number of other issues, and so I haven't been able to devote my time really to paying attention to the smoking bill so much. But I'm one of those people that has a lot of conflict. I think so many people in the Senate have conflict within themselves that, on one hand, you've got this pro-libertarian instinct almost inside that you want to let people smoke wherever they want to smoke.
Right.
And on the other hand, you know, I speak for a lot of people, and personally, I just abhor smoking. I hate to smell it. I think it's disgusting. So you want to tell people you can't smoke anywhere on campus.
Sure.
So the problem that we're faced with now is trying to find a middle ground where you find that happy medium. And the way that that's been done is to propose ideas. A few people have put the idea forward of having gazebos on campus, where that would be an area where smokers know, hey, this is a gazebo, I can smoke here. This is an area where I'm not interfering with other people that don't want to smell the smoke. There are several places put forward where those gazebos would be put, and now the latest I've heard is that that is not going to work, that idea. So again, all of the discussion that we've been doing, and we're right back to the drawing board on that.
Okay. Senator Vidulich, we talked a little bit about how it got heated, and it seems continually that you're butting heads with Senator Troiano. Are the personal differences between you and Senator Troiano affecting your ability to work together and get smoking legislation done?
I don't think it is. I'm not going to make it I disagree with him. I plainly do, and disagreements fuel debate, and debate's a good thing. But I've been working with him. He's been my representative on WMATA and getting student discounts on Metro things, so I don't think it's been completely a fierce discussion. But you know what? It's not just me and him. We've had this discussion with students, and we've asked them, And students have said that the number one thing they would want over anything else is a courtesy clause.
Right.
I've had this discussion with a number of senators, and senators said, just like the senators before here today said, we're wary of students being sent to jams. And all I'm saying to Nick is, and I'm asking Nick to concede this point, is it a reality that if you put something in the code, it can be enforced with fines, with jams, with community service? And it can. And if that just simple reality is reached, we can find and move past that to something that works. It was me who put this issue before the Senate because I thought it was really important, and President Kerwin was going to move with it. So, you know, I agree with Senator Gach. We should be proactive. And it's getting to the point in the time where we're just going around in circles, and we should just take a vote at the end of the day. We've heard from the students, we heard from me, we've heard from this program, we've heard from senators. But I think we need to stop putting our egos aside. We need to put our egos aside and actually get something done. Because this is what the biggest complaint is about the student government. We talk, we talk, we talk. We don't get anything done.
Right.
It's time to get something done.
Senator Goodman, you want to say something?
Well, I would just echo those sentiments. They're going to be proactive without us.
Right.
There's going to be policy whether we do something or not. Instead of letting them create a policy, letting the administration form this, and then next year, you know, we have all these people that want to elect senators to complain about the policy, why not have a part in it now? And so that's where a lot of senators are in their, you know, their line of thinking. But on the other hand, I think that you're right to a degree that there's still some friction involved with the executive branch, with the Senate, that's totally out of line. It's funny that I was asked to come here to sort of debate a little bit on this issue.
Right.
I'm very often more in the President Vidulich camp on a number of issues, not to schmooze here, but this is an area where, again, I'm still in the undecided camp, trying to find the happy medium, and I just hope that if there is any little bit of friction still there that's preventing us from moving forward on a smoking bill before the administration can form their policy, before we're allowed to put our input into it, then I hope that we would put that aside.
Senator Gach, last thoughts on smoking?
Well, I just think it's really important that we do work together. I view the executive more as someone that we are working with versus against, because we have to remember at the end of the day, we're all for the students, and we may have our occasional fights. And I think that at the end of the day, we're really going to move towards a good direction with this.
Yeah. Well, we're going to be coming back with our Senate and President panel right after these messages. Thank you.